So what's happening in the Lone Star State doesn't affect Texas alone. Many states are threatening to redraw their lines to push back against Texas. So could that happen here in PA? Dennis Owens joins us with that part of the story. Good afternoon, Dennis.
Good afternoon to you, James. And in a word, no, not right now, because we are a politically divided state and one party cannot impose its will on the other right now, but could happen in the future. It has happened in the past. This was Pennsylvania's congressional map after the 2010 census. 13 Republicans, just 5 Democrats. State Supreme Court ruled that unconstitutional and ordered a redraw. That created this map in 2018, which was more balanced, but Republicans argued the Supreme Court overstepped its bounds by doing it. Here's the map we have now after the 2020 census, when PA lost a seat down to 17. So right now, Republicans have 9 seats, Democrats 8. It is considered one of the most fairly drawn maps in the entire country. So why should folks here worry about what they're doing in Texas? Carol Cooneyholm of Fair Districts, PA is glad you asked.
Well, the average Pennsylvanian should be alarmed that anyone would tell a state to find more districts, more seats for one party. That's cheating. That's not the way our democracy should work. So I think any voter should be alarmed at the idea of it, should be alarmed that the special session that Governor Abbott called to address emergency response to a tragic flood was hijacked to instead, top priority, draw new maps to give Republicans 5 extra seats in a state where they already had one of the most gerrymandered maps in the country.
Now, Carol wants an independent commission to draw maps in Pennsylvania. That's not happening. That's been talked about for more than a decade, but it's hard to get people who have the power to draw those maps to give up that power willingly. Thus, it has not happened. James, there are others who say, hey, this is an inherently partisan and political process. You can't get politics out of it. If you really want to control it, then win elections is what they will tell you. But the problem is other states say, hey, we might do the same. You saw California and perhaps New York. It erodes public trust and creates an apathy among the voters. And why should you care? Well, because though they come from Texas, Congress people are voting on things that affect every one of us.
Right. I mean, I'm so glad you broke all of that down the way that you did, because I was watching this all play out for the past couple of days. And I just remember, we have had many political map battles here in Pennsylvania. Correct. Many of them went through the courts. We haven't had this extreme situation where lawmakers are just leaving the state.
And they end up in the state Supreme Court because the feds have pretty much made clear we don't want to be getting involved in each individual state's drawing of maps and the political process that should best left to the states. I can tell you there are 3 Supreme Court justices up for re-election. They're going to face intense pressure from all sides because some folks out there would rather they not be they're all Democrats, would rather try to get them booted, which is an uphill battle, and that's a story for another day that we will get into.
But the main takeaway from this story and all these stories, elections matter.
Elections matter, and the great takeaway, and we don't say this often about political things in Pennsylvania, our map right now is pretty fair. Now, of course, I talked to Congressman Scott Perry, the congressman from where we're sitting right now, a couple of weeks ago on my show, and he feels that his district is gerrymandered to give Democrats a leg up, and that's why he says he keeps facing such stiff competition. Of course, you can push back and say, well, you keep winning the election, so something's working out okay for you.
But at the end of the day, the winners make the maps. So
well, that's correct, and if they go too far, then the courts can step in, but otherwise you got some room in there.
All right.
Elections
Very
matter,
interesting.
James.
They really do. It's so important. All right, Dennis, thank you so much.
Sure.
Really appreciate it.
Hi, I'm Eric Finkenbinder from ABC 27. We're excited to announce the new ABC 27 News Plus app. Live stream newscasts or watch content on demand. This is different than the ABC 27 app on your smartphone. You can check this out at home, and it's very easy to use. With a Fire Stick, go to the home page, scroll down to search. From there, enter ABC 27. Move over to the apps, and there we are. Click the icon and install. It's just that easy.